Welcome, everyone. Today we will be studying the life story of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. His life is a source of great wisdom and guidance, and I hope that by reflecting on it, we can find direction for our own lives. Let's explore the lessons he left for us and how we can apply them to our everyday journey. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in the year 570 CE in the city of Mecca, located in present-day Saudi Arabia. His birth occurred in the powerful and respected Quraysh tribe, specifically from the Banu Hashim clan. However, despite being born into a noble lineage, his early life was marked by hardship and loss. His father, Abdullah, passed away before his birth, leaving his mother, Amina, to raise him. At the age of 6, tragedy struck again when his mother also passed away, leaving him an orphan. He was then placed under the care of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and later his uncle, Abu Talib, who became his protector and guardian. Growing up, Muhammad PBUH became known for his honesty, kindness, and wisdom. These qualities earned him the title of Al-Amin, the trustworthy, among his people. He worked as a merchant and quickly built a reputation for fairness in his dealings. His honesty and integrity caught the attention of a wealthy merchant widow, Khadijah, who entrusted him with her trade. Impressed by his character, she proposed marriage, and he accepted. Their union was blessed, and Khadijah became not only his beloved wife, but also his greatest supporter. During this period, Mecca was a city deeply entrenched in idol worship, superstition, and social inequality. Muhammad PBUH was troubled by the moral decline of his society. He often retreated to the cave of Hira in the mountains surrounding Mecca, where he would meditate and seek guidance. It was during one of these moments of solitude, at the age of 40, that he received the first revelation from Allah through the angel Gabriel. The first words revealed to him were, "Read, in the name of your Lord who created." Surah Al-Alaq 1. This moment marked the beginning of his prophethood. Initially, he was shaken by the experience and sought comfort from Khadijah, who reassured him. She took him to her cousin, Waraka ibn Nawfal, a learned Christian scholar, who confirmed that he had received divine revelation, just like the prophets before him. Encouraged by this affirmation, Muhammad PBUH slowly began to share the message of Islam, calling people to worship the one true God, Allah, and to abandon idolatry. At first, the message of Islam was shared in secret, with only close family and friends accepting it. Among the early converts were his cousin Ali ibn Abi Talib, his close friend Abu Bakr, and his adopted son Zayd. However, as more people embraced Islam, opposition from the Quraysh grew stronger. The leaders of Mecca, fearing a threat to their authority and economic power, began to persecute the Muslims. This persecution escalated into violence and social ostracization. Many early Muslims were tortured, boycotted, and even killed for their beliefs. Despite these hardships, Muhammad PBUH remained steadfast. His unwavering faith and determination only strengthened his followers. However, the trials were far from over, and the struggle for the message of Islam was just beginning. As opposition intensified, Prophet Muhammad PBUH sought a place where his followers could worship freely. He encouraged a group of Muslims to migrate to Abyssinia, modern-day Ethiopia, where they were given refuge by the righteous Christian king Negus. This was the first migration in Islamic history, showing the Prophet's wisdom in safeguarding his followers. Back in Mecca, the situation worsened. The Quraysh imposed a harsh economic and social boycott on the Muslims and their allies from the Banu Hashim clan, forcing them to live in isolation for 3 years. These years were marked by starvation and immense suffering. The hardship, however, did not weaken the resolve of the believers. Eventually, some Quraysh leaders, moved by compassion and justice, lifted the boycott. Tragedy struck again when both Khadijah and Abu Talib passed away in the same year. This period became known as the Year of Sorrow, as Muhammad PBUH lost his greatest supporter and protector. With Mecca becoming increasingly hostile, he traveled to the nearby city of Taif seeking support. However, instead of receiving a warm welcome, he was met with hostility, insults, and violence. The people of Taif rejected his message and chased him out of the city. Upon arriving in Medina, Prophet Muhammad PBUH laid the foundation for a just and inclusive society. He created the Constitution of Medina, which ensured the rights and cooperation of Muslims, Jews, and other communities. He also built the first mosque, emphasizing the importance of worship, unity, and brotherhood among the believers. However, the Quraysh were determined to crush Islam. This led to a series of battles, beginning with the Battle of Badr. Despite being outnumbered, the Muslims achieved a decisive victory, reinforcing their faith and morale. However, the Quraysh retaliated with the Battle of Uhud, where the Muslims suffered a setback due to a strategic mistake by their archers. The Prophet, PBUH, himself was injured, yet he remained resilient. The conflict between the Muslims and their adversaries continued, culminating in the Battle of the Trench. Anticipating an attack, the Prophet, PBUH, adopted a defensive strategy by digging a trench around Medina. This innovative approach led to the enemy's retreat, proving his military acumen. During this time, the Muslim community grew, and Islam's message spread across the Arabian Peninsula. The Prophet, PBUH, sought to establish peace and sent letters to the world's great rulers, inviting them to Islam. Some accepted the message, while others rejected it. In 628 CE, the Prophet, PBUH, and his followers attempted a peaceful pilgrimage to Mecca, but were stopped by the Quraysh. This resulted in the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a temporary truce that, though seemingly unfavorable, ultimately paved the way for Islam's expansion. Within 2 years, the Quraysh violated the treaty, giving the Muslims a reason to march on Mecca. In 630 CE, the Prophet, PBUH, led a peaceful conquest of Mecca, forgiving his former enemies and cleansing the Kaaba of idols, re-establishing it as a place of monotheistic worship. With Islam firmly established in Arabia, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, continued to emphasize justice, equality, and devotion to God. He delivered his farewell sermon, a powerful speech advocating human rights, the dignity of women, and the unity of all believers, stating, "There is no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab, or a white over a black, except in righteousness." As the message of Islam spread beyond Arabia, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, continued to lead with wisdom, humility, and justice. However, in the final year of his life, he fell ill. Despite his sickness, he remained dedicated to his people, ensuring they continued to follow the path of righteousness. On June 8, 632 CE, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, passed away in Medina at the age of 63. His departure was a moment of immense grief for his followers, but his teachings remained a guiding light for humanity. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was not just a religious leader, he was a statesman, a reformer, and a beacon of justice. His life serves as an example of patience, kindness, and unwavering faith. Today, his teachings continue to inspire billions across the world, guiding them toward a path of peace, compassion, and devotion to God. This story of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, is not merely a historical account. It is a testament to the power of faith, perseverance, and the ability to bring positive change to the world. With Islam firmly established in Arabia, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, continued to emphasize justice, equality, and devotion to God. He delivered his farewell sermon, a powerful speech advocating human rights, the dignity of women, and the unity of all believers, stating, "There is no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab, or a white over a black, except in righteousness." As the message of Islam spread beyond Arabia, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, continued to lead with wisdom, humility, and justice. However, in the final year of his life, he fell ill. Despite his sickness, he remained dedicated to his people, ensuring they continued to follow the path of righteousness. On June 8, 632 CE, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, passed away in Medina at the age of 63. His departure was a moment of immense grief for his followers, but his teachings remained a guiding light for humanity. After his passing, the leadership of the Muslim community was entrusted to Abu Bakr, his closest companion. The message of Islam continued to spread beyond the Arabian Peninsula, shaping civilizations and leaving an enduring impact on history. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was not just a religious leader. He was a statesman, a reformer, and a beacon of justice. His life serves as an example of patience, kindness, and unwavering faith. Today, his teachings continue to inspire billions across the world, guiding them toward a path of peace, compassion, and devotion to God. This story of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, is not merely a historical account. It is a testament to the power of faith, perseverance, and the ability to bring positive change to the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. His story is one of resilience, compassion, and unwavering faith, and it's one that continues to inspire millions around the world. If you found this video meaningful, please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear which part of the story stood out to you the most, or if there's another story you'd like to hear. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Your support helps us bring more stories like these to life. Until next time, stay inspired and stay connected.